Hey then, everybody, welcome to XLR. It's round 17 today for the Tier 2 Chinese Grand Prix, and we have full qualifying and a full grid. We've only got 19 at the moment, but our 20th driver will be joining us shortly. Probably during qualifying at some point. For the Chinese Grand Prix. And we're hoping for an interesting but clean race then. It's not often we get full qualifying in Tier 2, but some of our attendances have been improving over the last few weeks, so that's always good to see. Alright, I just loaded in now, and off we go. For Q1 then. We've got... do we have any new drivers today? We do. The Williams here. I'm not entirely sure how to say his name. I'll call him Yuna. Hopefully that's not offensive in any way. He's our only new driver that's in the session right now. We have another one joining us later. He's just a bit late. Although, for once, we have Rolling Dice, aka Geo, racing with us. I don't think we've seen him since round 1 back in Vegas. So it's always good to have him back. Kyle no longer having to single-handedly carry the team as Giannuzzi goes straight off the track. Yeah, he's not qualifying that. So first on the track is D10. He's still running the 96. I think he forgot to change it back. A D10 first round the lap. It's been a while since we last raced in China. I believe the last time was Season 2 of Tier 1. Which was won by Jack Imack in the end, I believe, in his McLaren. Jay-Z retires from the session. He's gone miles off at turn 1, so that looks to be a deliberate retirement. Yeah, so the last time we raced in China, I remember it was actually my first race in the league. I wasn't commentating back then. I was just doing the YouTube highlights. That was my first one. So, a few memories then from this circuit. Oh. You only have one first time. And off goes D10 on his first flying run. First flying run. I kind of wanted to say run and lap at the same time. Into turn 1 through this slow speed mix of corners. There's many different lines you can take through here. Often nicknamed the snail section, as it looks like the shell of a snail. And now, it's many corners in the span of just one there, and I think this is either turn 4 or turn 6, and I can't remember which. I feel like it's turn 6. I should probably have a track map up. Let me just get that up then. It's a bit of a lift from D10 through the middle sector, not particularly committed considering it. Which is understandable considering it is a first run. And he's just coming into the final sector now, just breaking the middle sector split with a 52.2. Getting it rotated, and now he wants the best run he can off this complex of corners. For he's going to go flat out all the way down. It's a good kilometre and a bit around this circuit. Down this back straight into the hairpin. Alfa Romeo getting out of his way very nicely. And now just two more corners to go. Shanghai International Circuit. And now final corner for D10. Flat out up to the line. He goes fast with a 32.9. Hut's behind does a 33.4, but he's on the soft tyres. Interesting. rolling dice has invalidated his time. I think that's Carl coming out to the line. Indeed, he does a 32.3. El Nino does a 32.4 in the final sector, and Fuzzle does a 35 on the medium tyres. Jammy Cash in the final corner. He comes to the line with a 33.8. Not the greatest of lap times then. I'm still trying to get to this track map. I think that Aparo in the last corner. Yes, it is. He does a 33.6 on the medium compound. Frosted Cheese has gone round. He's on his outlap though. I'm not entirely sure how he's done that. Yuna's in the final corner. Flat out up to the line. And he goes P6 with a 33.4. Yeah, it was turn 6 that I said it might be turn 6. That was indeed turn 6. Right, who's furthest around a lap then? I believe it is the Alfa Romeo of Teeks. Yes, it is. He's he's flat out up to the line. For Teeks, he goes P5 with a 32.9. That's some Mercedes coming through. I think that is rolling dice. Yes, it is. He's up to the line. He goes into P2. It's a Mercedes 1-2, separated by 300ths of a second. A very nice lap from him. VC Micus and Footface are the only two drivers remaining on push laps. VC Mike in the final corner. Flat out up to the line. Oh, not flat out yet. Now he's in the final corner and flat out up to the line from here. Puts his car into P12. Very solid lap for the... not very solid, but it's hopefully good enough for him. Okay, that map's a better one. Not very solid, actually. Well, it's solid, but, like, P12 is not exactly the greatest of times, is it? Yes, this is the official F1 esports. No doubt in that fact. Someone just jumped up the order. I didn't pay attention to who it was. It could have been many of the drivers. Footface has gone into P14 with a 35.5. VC runs in the first sector. Frosted Cheese is in the last corner. Flat out to the line for the Ferrari driver. He goes into P7 with a 33.4. Nice lap from him. I'm trying to prop my phone up so I can actually see, like, the track map, but it's not very easy. There we go. That will do. VT Ryan is the furthest around a lap. Actually, no, he's not, because Fuzzle goes fast with a 32.1 on the medium compound. That's a very nice lap from the Alpine driver. He is a reserve for tonight. Now, VT Ryan flat out down the back straight. All flat out now all the way into... the hairpin of turn 14 and 15. I'm not sure how it's two corners, but apparently it is. Last corner now for VC Ryan of 16 and flat out up to the line. Where's he going to put his Aston Martin? He puts it P5. Very nice lap from him. Sweatback Flame has unfortunately invalidated in the first sector, so I don't believe anyone else is on a flying lap. Why is Footface going backwards? I think he's just trying to get out of everyone's way. Right, let's get anyone on a push-up? I don't believe so. Actually, VC Mike may be on a run. Lucas Blakely got a podium in GB4. What's GB4? I feel like I should know. Oh, big slide from VC Mike off the extra 15. I think he'll be into the pits after that one. Yes, he is. It's a nasty slide, but he is in to the pit lane. This guy, Saunders, I'm going to call him. Yeah. I don't like meeting people for the first time and not knowing what to call them. He's coming through the middle sector. Seems to be getting it rotated fairly well. And now flat out from here, down to the end of the middle sector, into the final sector. 53.4 in the middle sector from him. And now he's getting it rotated for the best run he can. Stamping on the throttle through 12 and into 13. And now he's going to go flat out for such a long run. DRS only enabled about halfway down the straight. And he's got a couple cars ahead of him. They shouldn't get in his way. Now on the brakes, getting it rotated fairly nicely. And now, just the one last corner of turn 16 to go. Where's this lap going to put him? DRS enabled up to the line. He puts it into P15 with a 34.1. That's, as it stands, he'll get through to Q2 with that time. But it's by no means safe. 84 isn't it? An alternative to Formula 4, okay. Sweatback Flame coming into turn 6 with the fastest first sector we've seen so far. I need to change the settings so my track map doesn't keep going away. Fuzzle retires from the session. Understandably, he's definitely done enough with that lap. 2/10 clear of everyone else on the medium compound. Sweatback Flame is going to come out at the end of the middle sector with a 51.7. Apparently that's also purple. And now he's getting it rotated on the power now. Through 14, that is. No, 13, sorry. And now down the back straight all the way into turn 14. And now into the final corner for Sweatback Flame. He's just got one to go. Now up to the line. He puts a P3 with a 32.3. Only 0.004 of a second behind Kyle. It's a good lap from the Red Bull drive to split the two Mercedes. Alright, who else do we have on a lap? I think Apara just improved. I've really not been at my best in this qualifying session, to be perfectly honest. VC Mike, I think, I'm not sure if he's going or not. Penny Benny goes up into P10 with a 33.3. That's a good lap from the Williams driver, a nice improvement. Jamie Cash has aborted his run. He's heading into... yeah, that frosted cheese he's not pushing. I don't believe Aparo is either. VC Mike, though, is going. He's almost a second up. That would see him to around 8/10 improvement seed to a 33.0, which would be roughly P10. Flat out down into that's 14 and 15. On the brakes, is he going to get it turned in? Yes, he does. He hits his apex, and he's now on the power. He doesn't do a massive drift on the exit this time, and now around the final corner of turn 16, what's it going to be from VC Mike? He was almost a second up after the middle sector. 1.3 seconds in the end puts him into P6. That should be safe. for the AlphaTauri driver. Word stopped wording. Teaks up to the line, goes into P4. Should also be a very safe lap for him. I think that's Penny Betty coming round again. Yes, it is. And then Footface on and out lap is about to go. Where is Solid? Good question. Solid asking where is Solid. I do not know where Solid is. There is Solid. I'm saying I don't know where is Solid. I do not know where Solid is. Oh, there is Solid.
Am I? Am I here? Am I there? Where could I be?
Good question.
Hope everyone's doing alright this evening, and I hope you are new as well.
Yeah.
Let's get ready for this one.
You probably assume you need an invite. There you go. We got Footface into 6 right now, but he's 6/10 down, so I don't think he's going to be keeping going with this lap. Frosted Cheese just puts it P11. 2/10 improvement on the medium compound. And that is Jamie Cash in the final corner. He goes P12 with a half a second improvement with a 33.3. Sweatback Flame retires from the session. He's done enough. Or that's what he thinks, and I assume he's done enough considering he's P3. If he gets knocked out with that time, I'd be slightly surprised. Teeks is he going to go again? It looks like he's building up for a run. He's letting.
He's got no fuel though.
Oh no. I don't know why it'd be going so slow otherwise.
I think he might just be letting a few cars behind him through, even though he had kind of the gap to do so.
Fuzzles had a very rapid lap at the start of the session. 2/10 clear of everyone else on the medium compound as well. He's ever so slightly quick. Yeah, I think Footface might be going for another lap here. Because his first one was not particularly competitive. I mean, like 4 seconds down isn't your ideal qualifying run.
The McLaren of Electris and Saunders has actually just gone wide, coming through the hairpin onto the back straight. He was 2/10 down anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much going to be his qualifying over. He's going to be out here in Q1.
Unless he's going to reach out and go for another run with more fuel.
Oh, true. He does actually have a minute to go. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got to charge the DRS. Yeah, he's not deploying ERS. I think he is charging.
Yeah, he's going to try and do max charge and.
Yeah, he's charging as much as he can in these final couple of corners, and he's going to go again. He almost went wide at the last corner. That would have been unfortunate if he just invalidated this lap before even starting it. Jamie Cash is into the pit lane. The Williams of Una, I don't know. Toss. He's going into the final corner. Like, it's really annoying when there are new people. Like, no offense to any of you, but I don't know how to pronounce your names. And I don't like trying to work out how to say people's names. I think Hart's
mispronunciation.
Yeah.
He's just starting one. Yeah, mispronunciation is kind of like a rite of passage in any sort of commentary. You've got to get at least one person's name wrong, otherwise you're not really trying hard enough to commentate fast, really.
Yeah, Hart's is just going again. Paris just starting a run. Who's the furthest round the lap? VC Ryan is 4/10 up, and he is coming down the back straight. He's going to enable DRS now. Blasting down into 14 and 15. On the brakes, is he going to get it turned in? Yes, he does. He meets his apexes. He gets on the power. A bit of sliding on the rear, but it's not too dire. And into 16. One last corner for VC Ryan. He keeps it within the white lines and up the line. Should be safe for him. Indeed it is. 32.1. That is the fastest time we've seen so far.
So Hart's just invalidated there and drove into the wall. So he'll be out of qualifying.
Just improving there is who's just gone into P10.
Well, Electris Saunders going wide, but I don't know if he's improving enough. No, he's not.
He's crashed out as well.
And obviously Footface out as well.
Yeah, yeah, he's on a 2-minute lap at the moment. So that is your Q1 order then. Somehow OMS made it through. Hertz hasn't. He's down in P16. So Penny Benny, Hertz, Electro Saunders, Foot Face, Jay-Z and Giannuzzi all eliminated in Q1 then.
Penny Benny will be safe.
Yeah, just about. It's like the Ferrari are just getting their pit board ready, and you can just see it on board with the McLaren.
My goodness.
And they're just
What's
waving it
going
out
on
to it.
right now?
And Aparo goes up into P3. He didn't need that lap, but
Aparo puts in good laps when he doesn't need to. When he needs to put in a good lap, the times don't really come to him. So I think he needs to sort of flip the script a little bit there. And he's got so much pace, but he just doesn't seem to use it at the right times. Especially this season, I think he's got particularly unlucky with a lot of glitches and F1 game related stuff. A little bit out of his control.
yep. And
But
also
still.
just like being hit.
Yeah, that he's always one for a ticket. I think if every single race we look through the tickets, and I think if there's not an Aparo ticket, it's not really been a race weekend, to be honest. So
That's true.
okay, we just have to look out for those as well.
Yeah, we got Voting Web in the chat. Our resident Heathrow Backrooms resident, our local Heathrow Backrooms resident at the moment. He's staying in the dreaded Terminal
Voting Web
4.
is closer to home than I am right
I
now.
don't even know what it is.
That's
like
rather scary.
Terminal 4 Holiday Inn or something. Holiday Inn Express Terminal 4. That's where he's staying. The Heathrow Backrooms. That's where.
You know what? I'm
Voting Web is
surprised
staying.
actually voting that he didn't go for an explore around some of the local sites near Heathrow whilst you're there, because you can jump off to Windsor or something quickly.
Maybe he did. Because he left like.
Maybe he did.
And he messaged me and saying he left around midday, so. And it's definitely not multiple hours to get to Heathrow.
I mean, just trying to think about the road you would use. Just computing in my head.
I know the road you'd use because I go past Heathrow fairly often, but
I should just be on the Windsor. Should be on the way. The junction for Windsor on. I'm assuming you'd probably get on the M4 at some point, and the junction to Windsor is before Heathrow.
you only jump on the M4 right before Heathrow off the M25 really.
Oh, that's true. Maybe you'll skip it then. You have to go the other way.
Yeah.
No M4. I can hear the M4 sometimes from my house.
That's unfortunate.
When they were building the smart motorway, which was a complete waste of money, all you could hear like throughout the whole night when they'd do the roadworks, you could just hear them from my house. It was less than ideal. The M4 is certainly not an optimal motorway, but it's actually like the general route of the M4 has been around since like the Doomsday Book, so it's pretty old.
It's not quite as old as the A1, but the A1's like
but
the
that
old
sort
North
of route
Road.
from London to Bath is pretty old.
Yeah.
So respect the M4, or I'll send you to China. Anyway. Let's actually think about some people on laps rather than talking about UK motorways.
I mean last week we were talking about BeamNG Drive, so
Sure, but I think, BeamNG and laps are sort of in the same boat. UK motorways are not, since this game is alright and UK motorways are
not.
less than ideal. Let's put it that way.
This game is alright and UK motorways are not.
Quote of the year. Right, I think VC Mike's starting a lap. Let's jump on board with him and watch.
Yeah, going through the snail section of like 5 corners in one. Yeah, I agree with Paul for Fuzzle. He was 2/10 faster than pretty much everyone else. Oh, VC Mike getting a bit out of shape there through on the exit of 4, I think that is, and now through 5 and into 6. And now the rest of this lap has been very clean so far, besides that one mistake on the traction zone. Let's hope for him he can keep it that way. It's getting a bit of understeer though around the middle sector, not going to be ideal for him. And now round the last to the end of the middle sector split, and that comes to a 51.8. He's got D10 behind him, who's just done a 51.3, however. So he's about half a second down on D10 after the first two sectors. And now flat out all the way down into 14 and 15 of the hairpin. Completely foot to the floor into 14 now. It's a fairly late apex. He hits his apex and now back on the throttle for the high speed turn 15. Sorry, 16. And now flat out, he's a bit out of shape, bit too much oversteer. But he's kept it going in a straight line. It's 32.3 for VC Mike, setting the benchmark. D10 goes with a 31.6. 32.0 from El Nino and a 33.8 from Teeks. Up to the line, and the Williams does also does a 33.8. Carl goes with a 34.1. Rolling Dice goes with a 32.8 on the medium tyres as well. And VC Ryan is on an outlap there. We've got Jammy Cash into 14 and 15. I'm not sure how this hairpin qualifies as two corners, but it does. So, Jammy Cash through 14, 15, and now into 16, flat out with DRS to the end of the lap. Does a 33.6. Sweatback Flame goes into P4 with a 32, also with a 32.6.
It's fuzzled to the line then.
33.0
only on the medium tyres, so
I mean, he's set his good time on his third run on the medium, so maybe he's just getting them up to temperature. It's the 32.0 from Frosted Cheese on his first run, and Penny Benny up to the line. He's on a warm-up lap, so off he goes.
Yeah, backed off that first lap.
Yeah. And Power also just starting a lap. I don't assume many people will still be pushing. Is that
VC Ryan is still pushing at the moment.
Yeah, he just started.
Oh, though he's getting very slidey. VC Ryan, he's backed off his lap actually. That rear end just stepped out far too much from him, and yeah, he had to abort that one. I'm sure he'll probably be charging his battery, trying to go again, because otherwise it's just too long. He wants to get at least 2 laps in, so we'll see what Ryan does, but I'm sure he's just be employing some slow driving tactics. So yeah, in terms of shenanigans you missed in Q1, we just talked about UK motorways. Haas just crashed.
Skid issue. To be honest, just like don't crash.
I think the rat's a bit wet. So
yeah, Fazl
well, looks like Power's
people
about to finish his lap.
Yeah, Fazl just letting a few people out of the way. He is looking like he is going to go again. I think Apparent's the only person that's pushing. I'm not totally sure. VC Ryan is going again.
Still have enough ERS to the end, just about.
D10 retires from the session. He's confident with his times. There's traffic everywhere for Aparo.
Is that on or Sweatback Flame?
I'm not sure. I think it was Sweatback. Aparo goes into P6. No, it was on.
Yeah, actually.
It was on. Of course it was on. Why has my left trigger broken? There we go. Okay. Where's Fuzzle? There he is. Fuzzle is into turn 1, so he's going for his second push run. And down through the snail section, round 3, and now into 4. Gets a bit out of shape, does Fuzzle, but it shouldn't cost him too much time. Now into 5. He's up by only 400ths in the first sector. So clearly his first sector last time was pretty good. Either that or his first sector was pretty bad this time. Is he not deploying? According to voting, he doesn't have the ERS.
I'm laughing at the chat.
Yeah, I know.
Soggy cakes. I don't know who's making soggy cakes, but I know my cakes are nice. They're moist, but they're not soggy.
Fuzzle, a 10.5 up. If we get you to stop talking about soggy cakes for a second. Fuzzle is a tenth and a half up. He's now coming all the way down the back straight. He doesn't have enough to finish that. I think he does. I don't know. Fuzzle, flat out for a long time down this back straight. I think Fuzzle should be fine with the ZRS. He's coming into 14 and 15 now. Gets it rotated and on the power. He's struggling under the traction though is Fuzzle. In the last corner, yeah, he's abandoned his lap. It's a shame from Fuzzle, but...
Yeah, VC Ryan also abandoned that second attempt.
And the power is also coming in. Both Mercedes out on track, interestingly.
Yeah, so Kyle is just about to begin his flying lap now. He's actually just coming around that final corner now.
Yep, he is. That's out. And it's not going to be invalid. I was slightly scared that he invalidated his lap a bit too late, but it is completely fine for Kyle. He's getting his way through turn 1. It's a really annoying first few corners around China.
Yes, it's incredibly difficult to get right.
Because it feels like you want to be on the throttle so early. And if you do that, you kind of have to be going full throttle and then stamping on the brakes. Carl's 3/10 up in the first sector. So that's always a good start. Possibly he lost his lap time later in the lap, though.
Yeah, it's a horrible section. Extreme pain, especially if you've got some understeer. You'll find yourself soaring at that wheel forever. So...
You've been asked what emojis you do like. Carl is now 8/10 up in the middle sector, so that lap from Carl would see him around at 33.3, but he probably does have more lap time in store, because I doubt Carl's that slow.
Well, I did see that, he posted a really nice time up there in P during Q1, so I was a little bit, I knew he had a lot left in him when he set that patch before 1.
Carl's gone deep again though, in the final proper corner of turn 14, and now through 16. Can he gain back? That time is not. No, he can't, because he's gone over the curb. And Kyle.
31.9.
So that time would have been second from Carl, but it's not second from Carl because he not finished it, and also not finishing a lap time is rolling dice with a big snap of oversteer, round 13 that was, and that will have ruined his momentum all the way down this back straight. He's still deploying though. I'm not totally sure what he's doing with that, but unless he's was significantly up enough that he's still gaining.
Yeah, I think if you
he's coming in.
Prepared to use 3 sets of tyres in Q2, you're not particularly hopeful of your chance of getting into Q3.
Yeah.
If you're willing to kind of burn up
about Carl?
A set like that.
Carl's going to need to get back to the pits fairly quickly. I mean, I think he's fine, but last time...
I'm not sure if...
But both times in the past I've said that. No, he doesn't have the fuel. He's going to be in.
Oh, doesn't have enough fuel.
Minute and a half lap, so theoretically you'd probably need like about 3 minutes 30, maybe. I don't know. It'll be very tight. I don't think he'll. Yeah, I don't think he'll do it. He's got 3 minutes 30 to go. I don't think Carl's making it because he's got to get in and out. Oh, no, actually, it's only a minute and a half for the out lap that he needs. So no, he will be fine. Because he... Oh, he's gone deep, though. Almost did a pass Maldonado.
Oh, he was making sure that he was as fast as possible. He knows he's tight for time.
Yuna is up in the middle sector. Unfortunately, Penny Benny was a bit too close to him to give him a tow down the straight. I'm sure he'd rather have had that tow. And now flat out all the way down into 14 on the brakes. Is he going to get it rotated? He's slightly missing the apex, but sometimes you don't want to take the curb. And now flat out up into the final corner. 1 to go. Flat out now up to the line. And he's going to put it P7 with a 132.8. Now Penny Benny's going to start his run. So it's 2 minutes 30 to go, and Carl is just coming out now. So yeah, he'll be fine.
You know when voting always says matey, I always think that he's thinking about being a pirate. I don't know why.
Yeah, I also thought about that before. Voting the pirate. Shut up, commentary man. You offended the rat and me. Damn.
Well, I'm glad you're so offended.
That's just mean. I'm glad that you are suffering.
I told you I didn't like any of the emojis.
Fuzzles abandoned this lap. Fuzzles has a fuel thing. Wait, Fuzzles set a lap.
No, Fuzzle just set up a lap that put
I
him up
didn't
to
even
P2.
notice. I was too busy reading the chat about.
There's a lot of stars. That's all I'm saying. I think we should remove censorship. I mean, voting will know what censorship is in a few months' time, but you know, I think we need to remove it here.
What
Right,
censorship?
right, let's
What?
actually get. China's quite a censored country.
Yeah, I know, but like.
That's what I mean. I mean, the censorship of the language in the chat.
I haven't. Oh, maybe I don't see anything.
It's because you're logged in.
No, I'm not logged in though. This is just
You're
the.
not.
No, on the stream chat that it gives me, it's not like it doesn't count me as logged in. Maybe it is because it is the stream chat on my software. I don't know. Anyway, Penny Benny's up to the line. We should probably stop talking about censorship.
Yeah, we should probably actually focus.
And
on
he
the
goes
commentating.
P10. So Carl, with 45 seconds to go, yeah, Carl will be fine. So that's good to hear.
Just checking for any abandonments on any laps. Looks like we're all good for now. As I scroll
Castle
through.
into the pit lane. He's not going to get P1 this time. But he did get. He's got P2 in both sessions so far, and neither time was it by very much. So it's promising so far for Fuzzle. And now through the final sector for Teeks, and now flat out into the final corner. One of the fastest corners on the racetrack. It's a very nice angle there, although you can't see much about what's actually going on. Teeks goes into P5, and what's that? And a power behind him goes into P4, so Teeks dropped down to P6. But both of them should be safe. Hopefully for them at least they're safe. Is the next to set a lap, I believe. No.
Jammy Cash.
Yeah, Jammy Cash. He's half 10 up. That puts him
make it through.
P9. It's not safe, but it's through for now. Penny Benny's abandoned. Penny Benny is out of qualifying. And in the final
Hey, go
corner.
on. Go on.
Didn't look very confident through that last corner, but he has got through
Yes.
into
Go on.
P9. Unless some of the drivers were behind. Rolling Dice and Kyle, the two Mercedes, both in the drop zone. Om's down to P10. Jammy Cash is knocked out. Penny Benny is out. Kyle is in the last corner. He's gone way too deep, though, in the final corner. Sweatback Flame knocks his teammate out. Wait, no, he doesn't. But Sweatback Flame does go up into P3. It wasn't Sweatback Flame that knocked him out. Someone else knocked him out. I think it was VC Ryan. And Carl goes into P7. So VC Mike is also knocked out. And a unit is also improving, but he does not gain any positions. So knocked out in Q2 then is VC Mike, Jammy Cash, Una, and a Penny Benny. Right. So I think money is still on pole. I think my money's still on Fuzzle for pole.
Well, I wanted to say but well, that's not gone well. I hate the environment now. That is a strong accusation.
I mean, what was that thing you said the other day? The thing you said the other day about curing cancer.
I said something about curing cancer.
Yeah.
I never said anything about curing. Someone else said something about curing cancer.
I'll try and find the context later.
I can't. Now I'm confused. I don't remember talking about cancer curing, but I still don't understand how that relates to the environment. Hates culinary masters. Well, rats are. Ratatouille, unfortunately, doesn't exist in real life. Small, innocent animals. There's nothing wrong with those, but emojis aren't small and innocent. They're evil.
Damn.
I'm still confused about the environment one though. What have I done to hate the environment
You
so
don't like
much?
rats, therefore you hate the environment.
Well, I help the environment if I hate rats.
Rats are part of the ecosystem, actually. Birds eat them. I think.
Yeah, but
I don't know if they do or not. I
I've
think
never
they do.
seen a. Well, I think you're thinking not the average bird. I mean, you're not going to see,
Your-
your magpie pick up a rat,
Your
but
your
I think
little
your falcons and things like
you're
that.
like a blackbird. Your garden pigeon just gonna go pounce on the great big rat.
Well, I think obviously there's space for rats in society, but the kitchen is not one of them, unfortunately. Now insert El Plan joke.
Yeah, that's what
where-
I'm thinking.
See, that's a shame what I thought. As soon as I said that, I thought El Plan joke.
Thankfully, we don't have
Right.
our plan here, so we won't get demonetized.
Oh my goodness, we love El Plan.
Sometimes, most of the time, apart from
Well, in an official circumstance, I despise everything he stands for.
exactly.
Just so I don't like lose everything, but in private, he's alright. Wait, I said that in public. I'm preparing my apology video now. Okay, right. Let's focus on the actual commentary.
I've made a severe and
actual-
continuous lapse in my judgment.
I've already got the crying. I've already got the tears prepared.
You have fake tears, yeah? Yep.
Yeah, I've got them in my pocket.
You got the
actually.
ukulele.
Oh, I don't want to play music.
You got your pet.
We gotta make it. Serious. Pets.
No, they're really bad apology videos. They got fake tears, they got pets, and they got ukuleles. You can never go wrong with doing an apology video on a ukulele.
Well, there's that one woman who sexually assaulted someone. She danced in her apology video. Like, mate, what are you doing with your whole life? I don't know. An L Plan apology video is just digging his hole deeper. So, D10 then will begin the final flying lap.
Yeah. Let's stop talking about YouTube apology videos and focus on the driving.
That's more interesting anyway.
D10 is working his way through the snail section, and now he's coming down in toward turn 5. Now the end of sector 1 is a 23.9 in the first sector for him, and for rolling dice behind does a 24.0, so D10 about a tenth ahead in the first sector at the moment. Now through 7 and this middle sector, there's so many could be corners, I don't want to get it wrong. And now flat out again for the mini straight to the end of the middle sector. It's a 51.4 in the middle sector for D10. For rolling dice behind, it is a 51.4 as well. So they're pretty even so far. About 8 hundredths of a second between them. Flat out for D10 now, all the way down to turn 14. And you just kind of have to keep it in a straight line. Yeah, because keeping it in a straight line generally helps with driving.
Well, Sebastian Buemi couldn't keep in a straight line, so all of his wheels just popped off.
No, only 2 of his
in that
wheels.
Toro Rosso. Well, that's close enough to all of them.
Half is close enough to all. D10 is the 131.4. Now rolling down behind. They'd be fairly even through the first 2 sectors. Although it's a 31.7 in the end for rolling dice. El Nino does a 31.8, and Kyle with a 32.3. Sweatback Flame in the last corner on the medium compound as well, to be noted. He does a 32.2. And Fuzzle. What was that noise? There was such a weird noise from one of the Ferrari cars there. 32.1 from Fuzzle. He's not starting on the medium tyres this time. Like, it sounded like... It just didn't sound like a very healthy engine.
Oh, Numi, mate, you've messed up the title.
Have I?
You've made it tier 1 instead of tier 2.
Wait. No, I haven't.
You gotta make the I gotta make the title tier 0 tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
No, I've not messed anything up. No, wait.
Let him cook, ladies and gentlemen.
Video producer, wait. Stream manager.
Right, so as that happens,
Edit stream info.
looks like Blitz is going to be coming to the line then. He comes round the hairpin, then powers on that Ferrari, using all the Italian horses as they scream
there's no issues
pizza
with the
and
title at all.
pasta. As then they come round that final corner now. Blitz to the line. What can he do? P7 with a 32.6.
There is no
Rather
issues with the
underwhelming.
title at all. Like,
I've got an ad, so I can't check.
there are zero
Frosted
issues
cheese
with
was
the
also
title.
looking incredibly loose as well. That Ferrari was dancing around like an Italian opera singer.
Frosted Cheese's car is a bit more in a straight line than the average Ferrari car.
You know what, they've actually behaved themselves so far this weekend.
Yeah, they've not had a
which is-
spin yet. Frosted Cheese had a spin though, on his outlap in Q1.
I think they're going to make it through without any blocking, but it looked like it was going to be a little close there.
Yeah,
As Frosted Cheese comes to the line now, P2, good lap.
yeah. Although it's still 3/10 behind D10. That's a very good lap from D10.
All those emojis, you know, it's making me sick to my stomach. It's got me absolutely fuming, as you can hear in my voice. I'm completely annoyed at that.
That is
So,
a solid board emoji moment.
it is actually, it's such a...
Are you,
That
you
is
were
a solid
just staring into the webcam?
Well, I didn't really know what else I could do. I couldn't exactly whip out the sandwich from my back pocket and eat it. You know.
You're just sitting
I
there
had to-
just staring at it, and then you just did a big old grin.
Well, you know, when they talked about something that I liked, I gave them a smile,
You
but
just did a big old grin and just nodded your head.
well, I was agreeing with them. They did a good race. I can't even remember who that interview was. You know, I gave up doing another Creator Series race earlier to go to the gym, so.
Damn.
But I was walking there, so I wasn't going to turn around and walk back home. Oh my goodness, I hate the disabled. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh my goodness, I'm so offended at that.
Oh.
So what we've established is that I hate the environment, small animals, and disabled people. Right.
Don't take that out for context.
Okay. I am getting cancelled.
Actually, no, you can't be cancelled because you're already dead after Silverstone.
Wait, what did I do at Silverstone?
The Luffield incident where we both just died.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm already dead, so you can't cancel a dead man. Unless you want to dig my body up, then go ahead. If you're into that kind of stuff.
Interesting. I personally do not know anyone that's into that sort of stuff, but there probably are a few people in the world.
You know what? I don't either. Small world, eh? You know, I know.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not sure why you'd want to dig up a dead body. Well, actually,
I know why you wouldn't want to, so Twitch doesn't stop paying us money and Pyro doesn't get annoyed at you because you were talking about dead bodies all stream.
hey, you mentioned it just now, not me.
You mentioned it first.
Yeah, but you were the most recent mention, so surely that qualifies that you caused the ban.
No, it wouldn't be banned, but like it would probably just lose revenue on the stream, which is like nothing anyway.
What, we're gonna lose an extra penny?
We're gonna lose our yearly £2.
It's going down to 198.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Down to
You're getting
198
fined
a
2
year.
pence for that indiscretion. Right,
It'd be
okay.
such a big issue that we've gone down to £1.98 rather than £2. I think Pyro would kill us.
Well, we might dig up your body after and kill you again. Twice. Murder you twice for the 2 pence lost.
Oh.
Anyway, anyone in the chat, how was the flooding near you the other day? Well, yesterday.
Our school has like a sports hall near it, and they were putting up like sandbags outside it. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, for me, it was pretty awful.
Yeah.
Basically, my accommodation, the roof has a hole in it, so it leaks. And they had, actually, I can put the picture in the general chat for context, but the whole bucket was full. Like a massive bucket got full of water because of the leak. The river that's right, also the stream that's right by my accom also burst the banks. It was pretty bad flooding.
Skill issue.
Yeah, that was kind of here in the Midlands. It was pretty horrible.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm pretty sure it was the Midlands was where it was was hit the worst.
Yeah, it was. It was literally. It was just raining like the whole day. Oh my goodness, it was horrible. Right, let's get on with some laps.
No, I think talking about flooding on the other side of the world is pretty interesting. Frosted Cheese is 2 tenths up in the first sector. That is the fastest first sector. Which is like almost level with D10's. Like level with D10's lap time already. So if he just keeps this pace up, he'll be pretty near the front. Nothing ever happened. Mike would have never just cut. Frosted Cheese coming into 14 and 15. Gets it stopped, gets it turned in. I didn't see what his middle sector split was because I was too busy looking at how Sweatback Flame got a grid penalty. Frosted Cheese in the final corner. Flatel now up to the line. Is it going to be P1? Yes, it is. 31.0. 4 tenths clear of the next car. That is a very nice lap. El Nino through the final corner. He's a 10.5 up. He puts it into P3. 10.5 improvement in the end. Fuzzle is 2 tenths down at the moment. That is most unfortunate for Fuzzle. It's a shame because he does have the pace to be fastest in this field, I reckon. But he just hasn't been able to extract it so far. Flat out up to into the final corner. It's a short flick through 16, but he's gone too wide and he has invalidated. I think he was down on this time anyway. As you know, he was only down by 2 tenths in the end, having lifted off. So I think he would have improved. VC Brian goes into P3. That's a very good lap from him. Power goes into P6. Sweatback Flame in the last corner just about stays within the white lines. Goes into P3 as well. Teeks can't improve. Rolling Dice goes into P3. Carl into P2. No one's able to beat Frosted Cheese yet. Can D10 do it? The last lap of the session. Is it going to be the fastest lap of the session? No, it's not. It's only P2. Puts it onto the front row. And that is your qualifying order then.
Yeah, really nice end to qualifying.
It's a shame for Sweatback because you got a grid penalty for illegal blocking someone on their outlap. Same time. Oh yeah, the front two at the same time. Frosted Cheese and D10 join on time for pole position. But Frosted Cheese will get the pole because he set his lap first.
Now that is freaky stuff. So at the same time, this is a massive circuit, and so many corners, so many variables into each way, and the fact that they are the exact same time is just incredible. It's a real testament to both their drivers' skills. So
only time I've seen that previously was Austria, also with Frosted Cheese actually. Frosted Cheese got pole. I can't remember who he beat in the end, but they had the same lap time. D10 lost a 10th in the last corner, which is so if he lost 1,000th less, he would have been on pole.
Yes. Well, now we've got plenty of time to discuss a bit of everything.
Yes. I just ran over my bin with my chair. That's most unfortunate. We can. I think what we do is we talk about the time when Voting Web opened a door into someone.
Oh my goodness, voting has been a naughty boy. What's he been doing?
He was just coming out of one of the buildings at school, and then there was a door, right, that opens outwards to the outside, and there's a path right next to the door, and it's not in from the wall or anything. So someone was just walking, like alongside, like along the building, and then Voting just opened a door and wiped them out.
Well, they're straight on the floor.
I don't know exactly. I didn't see it. Someone's readied up. Okay, so we're restarting.
Okay, so yeah, so Footface, about the fish, right? I saw it. We're in the middle of the laps, so um, the fish, mass fishing, right? It's only a problem for certain species of fish, and that fish looks like it's not overfished, so it's not a problem for me.
Lobby restart.
I can't believe voting smacks over the door. Is that why he's moving? He's a bit embarrassed after. um. Oh, any interesting door stories?
Oh yeah, it was a metal door.
Ooh, that's brutal.
And then
Um,
I got a message from that person because I know them, and they just messaged me and said like I just got taken out, like I just got taken out with the door by voting, and like obviously he said voting's actual name, but I don't particularly want to say that.
um, interesting door stories. Oh, yeah. I don't really do a lot of things involving doors. Um, it's not really kind of like part of my like daily rituals to look at the door. Um, I've got nothing to be honest.
Anyway, I'm
Um,
gonna fill up my water bottle because that's always a good thing because you need water.
you've left me alone with the chat. This is going to be
Have fun.
dangerous. Cheese. Hmm. Cheese is actually elite. Um, actually, pretty much most cheese is honestly actually really good. To be honest, I love mozzarella, but I tried to buy a little the other day, but they didn't have any mozzarella. Like, I don't know what they're playing at. Or the mozzarella they had was just in like the ball form rather than the grated one. And like, the thing is, if you get like, I don't really want to like cut the cheese myself. If I get mozzarella, I want it like shredded, pre-shredded, because otherwise it's just not quite optimal. Whereas like, because like unless I like really I I get what you mean. The bull one does taste like a lot more natural. That's because it probably is. But like, unless you really leave it in the fridge for ages, or you just make it a bit harder, it just kind of falls apart when you grate it. And like, I'm not trying to have like, yeah. So that's why I just. But cheddar's good. I like a mature cheese. A mature cheese is really nice. You just get that like strong flavor. In terms of cows, do I like cows? Well, I've there's cows are peculiar. Um, they're actually quite annoying. So, near me, there's like this road, right? And it's got like field either side. Oh my gosh, I know mozzarella's supposed to melt, but you're an absolute cheese melt for not spelling it right. So yeah, there's like a field on both sides, and then there's like a road, and it's like through Eton, so it's like right by Windsor, right? And you just go through it, and there's farms on both sides. Actually, the farm's on the right hand side of the road. um, And yeah, so what you can do is, well, if you drive down there and it's like the summertime and all the cows are out, like they just walk all over the road. And the thing is, right, cows. If you've never seen one before, like cows are huge. Like cows are just massive. Right, they're like, and they're heavy. They're heavy as well. And if it's the summer and they haven't had calves that long ago and they've got the little calves following them around, bro, you get too close to them, that cow is gonna like flipping headbutt your car. And it's like it's scary. And like they just stand in the road and like there's some guy just like honking on the other side and the cows are just they're just still there. Oh my god, it's crazy. But no, cows are good. I think actually Jersey cows are quite cute. Um, um, they also are tasty as well. Cows are really tasty. Um, okay, how does everybody like their steak cooked? Mate, I can't. I'm not walking up to a cow. I'm staying nicely put in my car.
Personally,
So what?
I like a good old raw steak.
You know what I hear? What you like it blue?
Just straight out raw.
Oh wait, you just heat it raw.
No, yeah,
You know what?
just like eat
I
the
tried.
cow.
I, I was curious, so I tried some raw beef the other day. It actually tastes really nice, but it's really weird. It's really soft and it's cold, and it's a bit weird. But if you're vegan, I don't know what the vegan policy is, but like for me, there is no such thing as a vegan policy. No, no vegans allowed. Yeah,
Damn,
to be honest. Wait, so how do you actually like your steak cooked then, Yumi?
raw.
Not like on a serious note, like
I don't know. I just like eat what I'm given.
do you prefer if it's like grey or red?
uh, bright pink.
Sorry, I'm thinking about something completely different when you said that. um, I respect it as long as it's not grey. Eat vegan most of the time. You know what? It's probably I would reckon to purposely eat vegan and still eat a decent diet is more expensive than eating like meat. Um, see, I'm technically I'm not broke because I saved up all my money for uni, but like I also don't really go out much. Like I don't really spend. I don't drink, so I don't spend any money on that. Um, yeah, I do hear that meat is expensive. Like a kilo of chicken is like I've got a receipt probably. Uh, here we go. A kilo of chicken is 5.99 from Lidl. Um,
You're just
and like
finding the little prices.
and so I'll do every day I'll eat 250 grams of beef mince, 250 grams of pork mince, and then 150 grams of chicken. Um, it's expensive, but because I don't spend a lot of money on other stuff, I can afford to spend it on food. But yeah, it is expensive, um, which is a shame because it does taste so good. But also, you can kind of be smart with it, as well with what you buy, because a lot of different meat, like you could like right there, a kilo of beef mince is like £6, but like that might be the price of like a 200-gram steak or something. So it can kind of vary, but I mean, if I was to go out to a restaurant, I'd only gonna order steak from like a steakhouse. Because I can't lie, if I get steak from just some random ass restaurant, it's probably just gonna taste similar to how it is at home. Because they don't do much special with it. It's when it's like dry aged from a steakhouse or like a fancier restaurant. That's when it's banging. That's when it's different to like home steak. Okay, Numi, What's your favourite cut of steak?
No.
Well, that means you're officially fired if you don't have a favourite cut. Well, let's say, right, I give you every single cut of steak ever, and I put it right in front of you. Which one are you going to take?
All of them at the same time. I'm just gonna eat
Which
all of them.
one? At the same time? Oh my
I'm
goodness.
just gonna eat all of them.
Um, Anybody in the chat got any preference for what their favourite steak cut is? Let's wait for them. Nah. Well, could I get an invite as well, please, to the session, just so I can get in?
Oh yeah. I didn't realize you went in.
I don't know, me personally, I like
I must
a
just.
porterhouse or like a T-bone steak. That's so nice. It's like also you get quite a lot of meat as well, which is, oh man, can't go wrong with plenty of meat. Now put that in the quoting channel.
That's just what I was thinking.
He's just typing it in there now. um, beef smoothie. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's that hilarious clip where or it's just some joke thing where some lady is like eating with her husband and her mum, and she's having beef cheeks or she's having like a steak or something, and it's quite thin. I don't know how it's basically thin, thin steak, and then the woman asks, she's like, "Oh, mum, how's your steak? Or how's this?" And she's like, "These beef curtains are nice." And if you understand it, it's so funny.
I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about right now. I'm just kind of sitting here like, sure,
Don't, whatever you do, don't search up what beef curtains are.
sure.
It's not an invitation. As long as your parents don't check your search history, you'll be
Private
alright.
windows. There's a reason why private browsing mode exists.
You're underage. You're not allowed to be doing that private browsing. Jeremy Clarkson. Okay, let's chat about Jezza. You know what? Top Gear is honestly such an elite show.
Oh, it
The old
used to be.
episodes.
It used to be.
The,
Until
that's
they
what I'm
got rid of
saying.
them.
The old episodes are so good. They are honestly so good. I watched some of them back and I'm just like, oh my gosh, we missed out on so much good stuff. Could you imagine their like the modern cars in like that old Top Gear format? It would just be hilarious. I mean, you think about just how good the Grand Tour is. Oh, it's so good. I was watching the Grand Tour on the plane, and like the newer episode or whatever it was in the summer. I think I skipped it because of exams. Couldn't be asked to watch it then. I had bigger things, bigger fish to fry. See, look for the face. I'm getting in with the fish. And like, and yeah. So I watched it. Oh my god, I was actually laughing so hard on the plane. It's so funny. It's so good. I miss it so much. But yeah, Jeremy Clarkson's a top guy. If you've watched Clarkson's Farms, like I'm pretty sure Jeremy Clarkson could like make anything entertaining. You know, he's
Why do I
just
have
got
a
that.
Steam thing? I swear I've got them disabled. Okay, sure.
Yeah, the thing is, Jeremy it just makes anything entertaining, and then you mix that in with like his ability to entertain, his personality, and then the way that interacts with James and Richard's personality. There's just like a lot of natural chemistry. Is someone readied up again?
We're loading into the session still.
We're not meant to be going till 1:15, no.
No, but like we're going for the session. We're starting the race at 1:15.
Oh, this is the thing, right? We start half an hour later, and if so, I'm still already tired. I just can't. Like, it just doesn't really. This is the problem. Someone's gonna ready up earlier. Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
the channels that post like the Top Gear moments as well are just so funny.
Someone is gonna ready up. Why wouldn't they?
We had this problem at the start of Tier 2. It kind of just fizzled out. I
Well,
think everyone just gave up.
It's because we have been getting more drivers recently. That's partly also why. Like new people, they just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even there's this one episode of some Gordon Ramsay show.
I think we're doing it. It's happened again.
So there's this one clip of this Gordon Ramsay show where he cooks lobster with Jeremy Clarkson, and honestly, it's literally just Gordon Ramsay just killing a lobster, making like aioli, and like it's so entertaining because Jeremy's just he's just got this insane talent.
We're going anyway. Om's just left the session. We're going anyway.
Oh, activities.
Like he saw the early ready up and just left.
Yeah, that video's elite. Right, let's give ourselves a rundown. Was Numi gets on?
I already got
back in after he's laughed at him
in.
for a few hours. Oh, frosted cheese is round on the outlap. So frosted cheese. Well, I think he's just giving us what we haven't quite seen of Ferrari in real life yet.
It's what we're missing at Ferrari.
It's a medium frosted cheese.
We can't laugh at Ferrari if they're actually doing decently. There's the ghosted, the ghosted Red Bull of Who's
Well, D10's.
Someone's been passing people. Electro Saunders is now passing people on the formation lap, which you're also not meant to do.
Well, D10's gone hard then, with Kyle rolling dice, VC Ryan, El Nino, Blitz, Fuzzle, Teeks all on the mediums. Sweatback's decided to go hard as well, with VC Mike on mediums, hards for mediums for Jamie Cash. Una's gone for the hard compound tyres, with Penny on the mediums, hards for Haas. Electro Saunders, who is
he's been passing people. You're not allowed to do that.
Is he ahead of VC Ryan?
He's fourth on the road right now.
So he's gonna have cold tires off the start.
And he's also gonna have a load of penalties. But he's going on the grass. He thinks this is like he took over the Webby 87 No Rules League. He took over the name of it, and he thinks it's that. He thinks it's his No Rules League, or his in inverted commas, because like Webby 87's name. Which I personally don't agree with the way he's done it, but like, I'm not gonna get political. And now he's lining up like last, and miles before everyone else.
Yeah, face the emoji merchant on the hards as well. Jay-Z, mediums, yeah. GNHC. This guy's kind of irrelevant. He's not really very fast. Hards for him then. I expect him to finish P20, to be honest. Right then, let's get ready for Numi to take us away from the start.
Oh, great. Okay. A load of people. Sweatback Flame. Because he was passing everyone. Readied up early twice and then passed everyone on the formation lap voting. That's why. So yeah, not been the greatest of formation laps. Anyway, here we go. Why is Hearts on lap 2? Okay, it's sorted out well. Okay, here we go then to 5 red lights for the Chinese Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. It's pretty even start, but D10 does seem to have got the jump on Frosted Cheese. They're side by side into turn 1. D10 gets the cut on Frosted Cheese and he leads into the first corner, followed by Rolling Dice. VC Ryan on the inside of Kyle gets himself up into P4, but D10 has got the jump on the start. The harder tyres not holding him back. Rolling dice up into P3, followed by VC Ryan. Kyle dropping all the way down to P5. There's contact at the back. has
Om's
gone off.
on the gravel.
Yeah, is facing the wrong way. Teeks gets past a parrot. They're side by side through 6. And that.
Oh, Haas was off as well. Jay-Z was off the track at some point as well.
Yeah, he's gone there. He's slow. Parrot's losing position as well. He's gone wide. And he's dropped down to 16th. He's side by side with the McLaren. He's actually got himself on the outside of Penny Benny. He's getting pushed on the curb.
That was just in track limits, I think.
And side by side D10. Frosted Cheese going for a move. Going for the race lead. He lost into turn 1. He's trying to go for it again. There's a yellow flag. Someone's gone off.
Jammy's gone round. Jammy's round.
He's managed to get it back going again. D10 and Frosted Cheese. Frosted Cheese, look at him go. He's got so much more straight line speed into turn 14. They're side by side in 3 wide. Down into 14. Rolling dice on the inside. Gets past both of them. And round the outside goes Frosted Cheese. Can he make the move work? But Rolling Dice has got himself up into the race lead from 3rd. Or the Frosted Cheese is going to get the move done in the final corner. Gets himself back up into the race lead. D10 going for the move on Rolling Dice. Those two side by side into turn 1. Frosted Cheese with the fastest lap of the race. D10 on the outside of Rolling Dice. Rolling Dice trying to hang it around there on the inside. D10 gets the inside again, but he has to back out. And Rolling Dice gets up in 2nd place.
Yeah, Penny Benny just pulled into the pit lane then, so I'm wondering if he's changing his front wing, I think. Or is he?
Kyle
he's just
goes
changing
to the
it to hard
outside. He gets put, he's squeezed onto the dirty bit of the track. VC Ryan and Teeks are both off the track and turn 6. Kyle going all out of shape through 7. And that's going to invite Fuzzle. Fuzzle's wide. Let's contact with one of the Alpha Tauris. Fuzzle's missing his front wing. What is going on? Fuzzle really struggling with that lack of downforce from his missing front wing. He's going to be limping his way back to pit lane as soon as he can. There's Electric Storms and VC Mike are side by side. The McLaren getting the move done on the Alpha Tauri. VC Mike with some damage after a bit of contact with Fuzzle. Jammy Cash now going for a move on VC Mike. Frosted Cheese lead from Rolling Dice. Rolling Dice going to the inside. They're side by side into 14. Rolling Dice on the inside. Can he make the move work? Frosted Cheese trying to hang in there on the outside. They're still side by side back in the final corner again. Just like the previous lap, Frosted Cheese managed to hang it in there on the inside. This time Rolling Dice doesn't get squeezed out of the way. And now he's going for the inside into turn 1. He can't make the move this time around though. And he has to tuck in behind. Fuzzle, VC Mike and Hearts all in. That was a pretty hectic start.
Yeah, very intense. A lot of battles. I think actually Electro Saunders and Una and Jammy Cash had gone 3 wide and turn 7 hairpin at one point.
Rolling Dice almost into the back of Frosted Cheese there. He's managed to just about avoid the rear wing of the Ferrari car. So, not looking like we've got any moves at this stage in the field. They're all about like 6/10ths from each other. The closest at the moment is El Nino to D10, but it's like F2 Deluxe. But Rolling Dice will have the DRS this time. He's already quicker on the straight. There's a yellow flag. I think Footface has gone round. Yes, he has. Rolling Dice is already faster than Frosted Cheese in the straight line. And he's got the DRS as well this time around. We don't have any decent angles from either of them. So he's going to go with the onboard. Rolling Dice on the inside. Gets the move done. That's a very simple move. El Nino and D10 side by side though. And on the inside. But D10 goes for a switchback on the exit into the final corner. He can't make the move done. El Nino gets himself into 3rd place as Rolling Dice takes the race lead. Frosted Cheese will have the DRS this time around. Is he going to go for the move into turn 1? He's a bit too far back. D10 trying to have a look up the inside of El Nino, but he is also a bit too far behind. And Rolling Dice leads from Frosted Cheese and El Nino, followed by D10, Kyle, and Sweatback Flame, VC Ryan, Teeks and Electro Saunders, followed by Una, Blitz, Jammy Cash, Gianuzzi, Jay-Z, foot face down at 15th after that spin. Getting pushed, ending up in the gravel on lap 1. Fuzzle with the wing change, as has VC Mike. Hearts, I'm not entirely sure why he came in. Hearts is slightly riding the brake down the straight. That's not ideal. And then Penny Benny, 30 seconds behind everyone else.
Well, actually, Blitz is really locking up into a lot of the heavy braking zones. There's a lot of tyre smoke coming out.
It's highly exaggerated by
I'm wondering if it's a
mode.
glitch.
Yeah, lockups are always massively exaggerated by spectator mode. Like, it looks like people are... It looks like people lock up, like, every corner, but they just don't. It's just not true. Frosty Cheese dropping back a bit from rolling dice. Is El Nino going to have a look at a move on the Ferrari? He's a bit too far back, but side by side it's D10 on the inside. On the outside of Kyle, sorry. Kyle going for the move up the inside. Gets it done. Although D10 going for a switchback. Got superior traction. The side by side. Kyle on the inside still into turn 16. Can he make the move stick through the final corner? D10 gets pushed wide, but he stays ahead. I think he might have an illegal overtake though. And through goes Kyle on the outside. And he does get up into 4th place.
Here we go, a nice little battle between VC Ryan and Teeks. Teeks on the inside as they come now that is relinquished to allow, well, Ryan was on the inside at one point, but Teeks is just driven straight around the outside of him with superior grip and traction and retains that P7 for himself then in the Alfa Romeo compared to the Aston Martin.
I think D10 made a slight mistake on the exit of 7. There seems to be a bit of sliding between the two of them on the rear.
He dropped back massively as well, lost a lot of time as D10.
Frosted Cheese seems to be a bit quick through the middle sector, but... Oh, he's made a big mistake! And El Nino is through. Yeah, that's a big mistake. El Nino's now up in second place. I think it's foot face round as well. Yes it is, or at least he is very slow, and so I'm dropping a few positions. Is El Nino going to be able to challenge a rolling dice then? He was gaining on Frosted Cheese on the straight last time, and now he's only got rolling dice ahead of him. He's got the DRS enabled. Rolling dice is already out of ERS. He's down to 8%. El Nino can't get close enough. Can't get nearly close enough this time. But on a braking zone, he almost goes into the back of the Mercedes driver. That's how heavy the braking zone is down into 14 there. Oh, there's contact between Sweatback Flame and Teeks. They're side by side in the final corner. Sweatback Flame goes wide. And now Teeks has the run on them on the outside. There's also VC Ryan in the background. He's going to go for the move on Sweatback Flame. Teeks has gone breezing around the outside before even the corner. VC Ryan now on the inside. Is he going to be able to get Teeks as well? He's being slightly boxed in. And now side by side with Sweatback Flame. He can't make the move done. Or at least not this time around. Aparo has just dropped many positions. He got damage to his front wing. Not sure where he picked that up. But he sustained some damage. Still a front 3, all within a second and a half of each other, and Kyle about 4 seconds behind them. Why have I just... Oh, on Steam, I don't know. Rolling Dice is still out front, followed by El Nino and Frosted Cheese. Then Kyle and D10. Biggest winners so far then would be Gianuzzi up 9. Biggest loser is Fuzzle down 11. But also, El Nino making a move on Rolling Dice. He gets down at the inside in on the back straight long before the corner. Rolling Dice had a half-hearted look at a dive bomb, but El Nino went a bit deep into that turn 14 hairpin. Now Rolling Dice is right back on his rear, and now into turn 1. On the inside goes Rolling Dice and through into P1. You have some good battles around this track because you've got the one DRS zone and then the next one. And it's unlike Mexico where you just have 2 in straight succession. Someone's gone off. That is Fuzzle.
He literally, Footface had just gone off a few moments earlier.
Yeah, Footface has some damage as well.
In the lap. Yeah, I think he's losing his front left end plate, so I think he actually ended up in the wall, perhaps. I wasn't quite watching when it happened, but I definitely saw the yellow flags and jumped to his occasion straight away. Fuzzle, I think, just had a straight spin. And yeah, it looks like Aparo's just changed onto the hard tyre, so I'm wondering, really aren't lasting very long.
No, Aparo has some contact.
Oh, he had some contact. Okay.
He was missing his end plate. And he dropped many positions. So
right, I think everyone else has sort of started to spread out a little bit more on track, but still a lot of drivers incredibly close together. I think I'd still pay attention to El Nino. I think it just kind of depends on. Yeah, definitely pay attention to him.
Yeah, is he going to go for a move? It's quite a late defense from Rolling Dice, but it's nothing illegal. I don't think, at least. El Nino is sitting in P2 still after that turn 14 hairpin, but is he going to be able to gain on Rolling Dice into turn 1? I think he's a bit too far back, even with the DRS and the slipstream. Foot faces AlphaTauri emerges behind this lot, and not quite able to make a move, but he's almost pushing Rolling Dice through this snail section, and he can't make a move, but he's looking really racy here, and he's got Frosted Cheese right behind him as well, so if he doesn't make a move, doesn't get a move on, Frosted Cheese might get past him, and he goes a bit deep into turn 6, does El Nino. There's a bit of contact between the two of them, Frosted Cheese and El Nino making a tiny bit of contact, but there's thankfully no damage to either car, and they're both still in a straight line as well. So Rolling Dice still out front from El Nino and Frosted Cheese, and I don't think Frosted Cheese is gonna move up any positions for a while, because he definitely has the highest downforce out of these three, but
Sweatback Flame's gone round. Sweatback Flame's gone round and lost a couple of positions. He actually came back out, sort of spawned back, sort of was just finishing up ghosting as soon as the battle of Giannucci and Electro came through. They've been battling for pretty much a whole lap.
Oh, that's a lame move.
Sends one inside. Very, very. Drives the best he can. I mean, Electro Saunders had another. Sweatback Flame also.
You're cutting out a lot. Like, a lot. Sweatback Flame now on the inside of Electro Saunders, and he gets up into 10th place. Although Electro Saunders with the DRS is going to fight back. He's going to go for a move into the hairpin. He brakes very late, almost into the side of Giannucci. He does go into the side of Giannucci, making contact with his tyre. Now Jamie Cash is right in this battle. There's 4 cars, all within the span of a couple of tenths. Giannucci lagging there. Ghost is way behind Jamie Cash. Now Jamie Cash with the DRS is going to get past Sweatback Flame on the outside into turn 1. They're side by side. Although Sweatback Flame does have the better grip and gets him and stays in that 10th place. That was a very, very late move from Electro Saunders there.
So he actually did that the previous lap as well, pushing Giannucci off the circuit at that hairpin.
Yeah, I doubt Giannucci will be happy with that one.
No, at that same hairpin a little bit earlier on.
Oh,
D10 managed to get a nice move around
made some contact with Sweatback Flame. Sweatback Flame doesn't have any damage, but it was a very late move from Jamie Cash as well. So, Electro Saunders and Jamie Cash seeming to both love quite a late dive bomb. El Nino got himself ahead of Rolling Dice as that's been all going on. I'm not sure when that happened. But Rolling Dice is, with the DRS, it's probably going to get past El Nino before too long. With the DRS, yeah, he's got so much more straight line speed. He's about 20 kilometers an hour faster down that back straight on the inside, and he gets back up into the race lead. Now I want to watch this battle because this is a good battle. Electro Saunders has been pulling away a bit from some of the drivers around him. Jamie Cash doesn't have the DRS. He's covered the inside. Sweatback Flame down the inside. Should be a fairly simple move. And he gets up into 10th place, or does he? Because he goes a bit deep. Jamie Cash now on his outside into the final corner. Side by side. Sweatback Flame trying to hang in on the inside. There's a bit of contact between the two of them. Jamie Cash goes a bit out wide. And he's actually out-dragged Sweatback Flame. And through goes Giannucci as well on the inside. Gets past both of them into turn 1. Sweatback Flame on the inside also gets past Jamie Cash. So So El Nino sitting in P2. He's got Frosted Cheese on the back of him. Well, he is still on the back of Rolling Dice. I don't think we'll see a change this lap down that back straight. I think he's a bit too far behind. Teeks has had a spin. He's spun out of 6th place. Drops him quite a few positions. Electro Saunders gets past him, as does Giannuzzi. Sweatback Flame can't quite though. He's not quite able to. There's a yellow flag. Frosted Cheese has gone round. That's turn 13 there. The banked corner before the long back straight. El Nino unable to get past Rolling Dice this time around. Car's up into 3rd now because of that, and D10 into 4th. Frosted Cheese down to 5th. Most unfortunate for him. Giannuzzi unable to get within. Oh, he is just about within the DRS actually to Electro Saunders. Or possibly he got the DRS from Teeks. I'm not totally sure. Teeks gets past Sweatback Flame. There's a yellow flag. That is Hearts that's gone off. Hearts have gone off there. And now Jammy Cash has the DRS on Sweatback Flame, who also has the DRS on Teeks ahead of him. We're going to see any moves into turn 1. Jammy Cash does like a late dive bomb, but he's not gone for one this time around. Around the snail section, he seems to be wanting to stick his nose in, but he's not had an opportunity. Rolling Dice is starting to pull away from El Nino as well at the front. Or possibly that's just a Constantina effect. He's got the gap went up to 8/10 there. Swept by Flame still on the back of Teeks. Nothing, not too much going on at the moment. Jay-Z gets a 3-second time penalty. Hearts it into the pit lane. Off the hard tyres, possibly for a front wing change. And now Rolling Dice has El Nino on the back of him again. On sped in the pit lane. Your favourite driver retires in the pit lane.
No front wing change for Haas, just a fresh set of medium compound tyres.
El Nino unable to go for a move on Rolling Dice this time around. He's going to have a look at one before too long though, I feel like. He's not able to do anything this time. Footface gets a 3-second time with multiple warnings, and he goes spinning off the track at very high speed. I'm not sure. I just cut to him and he was spinning off at like 200 miles per hour. I'm not sure how it's possible to spin at such high speed. Like, it was a really high speed spin. Normally at such high speed you just don't spin because you're too, because like of how much downforce
is in effect.
Yeah. Giannuzzi has got himself ahead of Electro Saunders at some point during all of that. Oh, he is still on the back of the Aston Martin, so it's not, the move isn't done and dusted just yet, although it may be before too long.
Sweatback Flame also just got ahead of the Alfa Romeo of Teeks, and yeah, that lockup smoke is sitting pretty there.
Yeah, it's massively exaggerated by the spectator.
Hangs out in the air.
It's only you can get the tiniest of under rotation, and the game will look like you've locked up for an entire straight. Like you've just been slamming on the brakes for an entire straight. Rolling Dice was not quite able to break the DRS to El Nino this time around. The gap's just over 9/10 of a second. But on the straight, I think by this point next lap, he will have broken that 1 second window. Especially if El Nino went deep there into the last corner. Footface has had another spin. He's not having the best of days here. D10 gets past Kyle into 3rd place. And Teeks dropping positions. He's gone off at turn 13, that is. Probably had a spin from where, looking at where he's ended up. El Nino is into the pits. The first of the leaders in. Goes for a change of tyres onto the hard compound. And back out into the race he goes. Yeah, Giannuzzi has opened up that gap to Electro Saunders like I expected. Is Footface like a lap down to the entire field? Not quite, but almost. It's not been the greatest of days for Footface in the AlphaTauri.
No, it certainly hasn't been. I think.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean,
come
it's
back for
just
the
a
next
kind of
one
a
a bit stronger.
spiral. Once you spin once, your tyres overheat, so you spin more. And also you lose your confidence, so your tyres overheat
Yeah.
more, so you spin more, so your tyres overheat more.
Yeah, that's quite a brutal, vicious circle of driving. But fair play to him for sticking it out.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot of people would, and you know, that's something we can definitely commend him on. He's done a really good job. You know, you still have to finish,
Almost went
you know,
around
your
again.
race to score any points. If you know, if 9 other people DNF, you could still score some points. Even if you're 10 laps down, you'll still score points as long as you're inside that top 10.
No, you won't be, because you won't be classified. You have to complete 90% distance, or else you won't.
Well, that was just an extreme example. Let's say you're 2 laps down. If you're 90% within, you'll be fine. Oh, and roundy.
good.
Oh, nice catch.
Yeah.
Although you've destroyed the brake marker.
That wasn't a brake marker, that was like an advertising board.
Oh, hey, round again.
Yeah, that's definitely overheating tyres.
Yeah, I think it's time to throw this set of tyres in the bin.
Yeah, Jay-Z getting all out of shape in the last corner, having been passed by that Electro Saunders into the pits onto soft tyres, interestingly. He's done half distance on the mediums and he's gone for a set of softs. Jamie Cash going for the hards, which is the more conventional strategy. Fuzzle hoping for a safety car here. Fair enough. I mean, there's not much else he can hope for.
So I think a lot of drivers pulling into the pit lane now. Getting rid of some tyres. Actually, interestingly, we've seen more than one driver pick the soft compound tyres. That's an interesting choice.
I think some drivers, like maybe Rolling Dice and D10, might opt for them, but I feel like they could extend it a bit longer and then go for the softs rather than.
Yeah, especially if they haven't been battling pretty much the whole race. You know,
Rolling Dice
to be saved a bit.
Like Rolling Dice has just been doing like DRS trading down the straights.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all the only overtaking they've been doing is DRS. So it's not going to take out quite as much as, you know, the hard fighting that we've actually seen.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be incredibly interesting to see how much that's affected their tyre life. I mean, it's clearly
he goes quite deep into the pit lane though, but he keeps it out of the barrier, so that's good news for the Aston Martin. Footface retires from the session. Yeah.
It's pretty understandable. I mean,
I think Jay-Z coming into the pits as well. VC, okay, that's just lag. He wasn't just being held for that long. Oh, Footface's AI just stopped coming out of the pit lane. Like Footface's retired AI just stopped on the pit lane next.
It has. What's? It's just stopped.
Normally they do like they drive for like 3 corners and then they pull over, but no, he's just parked.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Jay-Z's also going for the soft tyres. So maybe the medium-soft strategy is a more favourable one among the drivers. So the only driver currently a lap down is Penny Benny, but once the other drivers come in, he will no longer be. El Nino getting ahead of Sweatback Flame as Teeks gets past Fuzzle. Teeks on brand new soft, like passing Fuzzle on relatively old hards. Rolling Dice still extending, as is D10 and Kyle. No one opting for the pit lane this lap so far. Jamie Cash gets ahead of Aparo. Una up ahead is coming into the pit lane off the hard compound tyres. Is he going to go for the medium compound, I assume?
Softs aren't going to last. I still don't think softs are going to last to the end of the race. Maybe, I'm not sure. I wouldn't believe in the softs to the end.
The fastest lap of the race with 134.7. though that may be beaten by Teeks or Jay-Z before too long. The two other drivers on the soft compound. Let's see what Teeks does. He sets at 34.7, which I'm pretty sure is the same time, roughly, as what Electro Saunders did. Possibly just a few hundred slower. I think it was, at least. What did he do again? Yeah, Electro Saunders also did a 34.7, so it's just a few hundreds off. I don't know why I need to go into that. I can just check on this page. Yeah, so they both have 34.7s. But Electro Saunders is about 800ths of a second quicker. Are we going to see Rolling Dice coming into the pit lane this lap? Yes, we are. D10 follows him in. I assume Carl's staying out then. Yes, he does. Frosted Cheese gets ahead of Sweatback Flame up into 6th place. And Kyle takes the race lead on the track then. Followed by...
What?
I was about to say followed by the Williams, and then I realised that was Penny Benny's a lap down.
Rolling Dice Hards, wrong choice.
Yeah.
They're going to be too slow. I mean the mediums for D10 are good.
D10's hards were pretty decent.
But obviously, but you're not going to be quite as fast at the start of the stint, and that's primarily the, they might only be having sort of maybe 2 or 3 where the hards start to get a little better than the mediums,
Well,
and
Nino's
there's the
made a
more
move
difficult
on
fire up.
Giannuzzi up into second place. Giannuzzi actually yet to make a pit stop, so it's not an issue.
I think Carl and Giannuzzi are going to try and stretch it out to a soft compound tyre.
Possibly also hoping for a safety car, much like Fuzzle is.
I think we wait and see. We'll just see what happens. I mean, we've got about 11 laps remaining, so
Yep.
let's enjoy these 11 laps.
Let's enjoy these 11 laps before they become 0 laps.
And we have to wait till tomorrow for Tier 1.
I have to wait for an entire, 20 hours.
I know, they're crying.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Well, you're not even doing it, so... Wait, it looks like if you go Rolling Cheese's front, it looks like he's got the pit limiter on his onboard
Who?
screen.
With who?
Rolling Dice, who's...
Rolling
Did I
Dice.
say Rolling Cheese?
You did say Rolling Cheese.
I'm still thinking about Cheese. Rolling Dice, who's just actually been passed by D10.
It doesn't show him on the pit limiter for me. Frosted, Giannuzzi and Carl are
just
both
pitted
in
now.
the pit lane. That Carl going for the soft compound.
Softs.
Possibly
Come on,
Giannuzzi
Carl,
going
side.
for the same. Giannuzzi coming into the pit lane. That does look like the Red World Combat. Oh no, it is the mediums for Giannuzzi.
Interesting.
He's
I think
not risking it.
If Carl can drag these tyres, I think fair play, although he's got to be careful with his fuel.
Yeah,
as
he
he's
is.
on yellow right now, so I think he does need a safety car.
It's unlikely that he's going to be much under his his fuel.
No,
limit,
I've seen worse with people
Giannuzzi-
under on fuel.
I remember in Miami, Giannuzzi ended up I think it was about 0.5 laps. I think it was about half a lap, underfueled, or something ridiculous like that. Miami feels like such a long time ago.
Yeah. I've seen someone in a different league. I've seen them with 4 laps down on fuel.
How is that even possible? Carl going for a move on the outside of VC Mikey.
Good move.
No, it's a mistake though, because he's.
Japan was how it's possible.
But that'll be a mistake though, because now he's not going to get the DRS. Or actually, possibly Carl doesn't care. He's pulled a second already to VC Mike. He's going to be passed
Kyle, he doesn't
by
care.
Electro Saunders on the inside. Fresh softs
Yeah.
against old mediums. It's not really a contest, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, the thing
D10
is with
steals
fuel,
the
it's-
fastest lap away from Electro
Yeah.
Saunders.
Yeah, the thing is with things like fuel is that they're very much track dependent. Certain tracks are gas guzzlers.
And they depend on your driving style, because you can
Yeah,
have
that
it
as
and
well.
it says you're at the start it says you've got an extra 0.7 laps or something, and then you end up underfueled by the end. Sweatback Flame and Giannucci are side by side. There's a bit of contact between the two of them. Giannucci thankfully avoiding any damage. And Sweatback Flame now going for a move on Jammy Cash. They're side by side. There's a lot of contact between the two of them. Jammy Cash and Giannucci on the inside. Is he going to make that move? That's a very nice move. Opportunistic from Giannucci to squeeze his way through, although they're still side by side. Jammy Cash goes right to the back of Sweatback Flame. And he pushes Sweatback Flame off the track, and through goes Giannucci on the inside. Through 7, that's a very nice move. Making the most out of the situation, although they're still side by side. Around that middle sector. It's not often you see battles around there, but they've had one. And Sweatback Flame has somehow emerged still in front. Giannucci is going to be looking to get past Sweatback Flame before too long. They're on similarly aged tyres, but I think Giannucci is slightly faster at this stage at least. Here he goes on the outside. Here goes Giannucci. They're side by side though. Is he going to go for a switchback? Yes, he does. So, although he doesn't quite have enough traction compared to Sweatback Flame to make the move, they're still side by side though. But Sweatback Flame inches his way ahead. Jammy Cash gets another 3-second time penalty. I think that's his second, I want to say. Yes, it is. Giannucci round the outside into turn 1, gets the move done this time. And now he is up into 9th place. And I think this time it will stay that way. And Power finally coming in off his 13-lap old hard tyres. Going off the mediums, interestingly, with only 8 laps to go. You would have thought he'd go for the softs with that time left, but he has not opted to do so. D10 is right on El Nino for the race lead, I just noticed. So, D10, he's going to go on the outside, round 13 that is. He just out-tractions El Nino completely. And on the inside, he gets himself up ahead. They're side by side, though. They're both going to get the DRS thanks to Penny Benny, I think. Oh, no. El Nino doesn't actually get it. D10 makes one defensive move, moves back to the racing line, and he is up into the race lead then. And with only a few laps to go, Jammy Cash has gone off, and he's out, and that's a safety car.
Safety car.
With just, what, 9 laps
Everyone
to go.
will be in for softs. Everyone, if they've got fresh softs, they're coming in.
El Nino's in. Rolling Dice and D10 haven't come in. Kyle retires. That's at the last corner. Kyle's gone off.
He must have hit someone. He has to have hit someone there.
Yeah. Yeah, his front left tyre's off.
Who's he managed to hit?
There's no other way his front left tyre can be off with him in that position. Electric's onto the... Oh, he's just been passed in the pit lane by Una. Electric's is going very slowly into the pit lane, unnecessarily slowly by the looks of things. And Una's just gone, just ghosted through him in the pit lane. Fair enough. Oh, Jammy Cash's controller disconnected. Electric Saunders has jumped Una back in the pit lane, so it didn't matter in the end. Oh,
Some contact with VC Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm trying to... I didn't even get a glimpse of that because they weren't actually that close on track.
Possibly
or they
VC Ryan a long way below his delta and having to stomp on the brakes. I don't know.
He pushed his foot down and the wire came out. How shoddy was his...
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just picturing that controller.
Oh, maybe it was
right
a wheel
now.
or something, and then the connection cable just came out for his wheel.
Oh, he's stamped on the brake pedal. He's accelerated so hard that the wheel was... No, you will not get acceleration.
Or just like if he's happened to have a cable caught in where he's going and he stomps on it and then he just yanks the cable out.
Yeah, possible.
I've done that sort of thing with my headphones before. I've just like I just go to do something.
Oh yeah. If the head, especially if the cable's long.
No, it's not a very long cable, which is the issue, to be honest. I just cut. Yeah, VC Ryan had an issue with his delta. Penny Benny is a lap down though. In P4, that's really not where he'd want to be. Unless some of the drivers ahead of him will let him go, Penny Benny is not going to have a chance here. So Kyle and Jammy Cash both eliminated then. So Jammy Cash's controller disconnected as he put the throttle down too hard. And Kyle out after contact under the safety car. So yeah, that's not very ideal. We've got Electro Saunders in P7, although after everything that's happened, I doubt he will stay that way. He suddenly stamps on the brakes and Una just goes through. Electro Saunders just randomly... I don't know why he just braked there. He didn't really have a reason to brake.
What are they doing? Are they changing positions? Or I think that position...
I don't know.
To Una then. That has to have gone to Una. He would have given that up already.
Yeah.
That position's gone away from Electro. Did he try and brake check Una?
I'm retired in the pit lane. For Zuma. And regular loading second.
Yeah, I'm sad that I'm retired. We love you, we do. Oh, unlapping?
They're trying to. That's what they want to do.
Well, we can't unlap unless,
Oh, if people pull off the track, then they can unlap. Because you can.
The thing is, though,
off the track.
this isn't.
It's a big.
This is far from professional, so I don't really know why stuff like that. It can only go badly. Did I say rolling cheese again, or was that an old message?
Just an old message.
I swear. That's got to be the biggest butchery I've ever done.
Safety car in this lap, then D10 backing off from the safety car. So, Penny Benny will not be unlapped, but he'll be ghosted on the restart, so you don't need to worry about him. Lap cars do get ghosted by the game, thankfully. Although it does mean that Frosted Cheese can't be as close to El Nino as he would like. He probably won't have the chance to attack on the restart. It sounded like there was... I feel like I heard the sound of contact there. A D10 still yet to go. So he's still going very slowly into the last corner. Frosted Cheese has just gone... It's flying into the pit lane.
Giannucci!
A lot of people have damage. And Giannucci's gone, and D10 is completely and utterly gone into turn 1. Rolling Dice is trying to defend from El Nino, who's trying to go up the inside. There was a load of contact under that safety car restart.
Sweatback Flame lost his wing
Ryan,
as well.
Sweatback Flame, they're all in. So D10 is just going to, I love this, he's leading by 1.6 seconds here. He's just going to pull away from El Nino. He's just going to run away as much as he can. I have no idea what just happened on the restart.
I've no idea. I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, I heard a bit of crunching, and then I saw like Frosted Cheese go flying through. Giannucci's out. Like Frosted Cheese just passed like 5 people trying to come into the pit lane. There's a yellow flag. VC Ryan's now out. Okay, he just retired in the pit lane. Electric Saunders is going slowly, I think. I think he's had a spin. Penny Benny's now will be in 14th, assuming he gets round there. So you never know, you could still score points. I think that's fair enough. I don't think D10 went below like the minimum speed that we've set. But here goes Rolling Dice. D10's advantage is shrunk very rapidly, and Rolling Dice is pulling to the outside, side by side with the. I've got no good camera angles. Side by side with the McLaren, and Rolling Dice in the Mercedes goes round the outside and into the race lead. He now leads followed by D10. So D10 not having as good of a restart as it appeared. Is he going to be able to come back though into turn 1? He can't. He's too far back. He had a little look at it though. And that slightly compromised his line. El Nino is going to try and go all the way around the outside. Much fresher tyres. He can't make the move though. He had the fresher tyres, but he couldn't make the move. It's just a bit too far back, unfortunately for him. D10 is going to try and get past Rolling Dice as soon as he can, but I think Rolling Dice's straight line speed may prove to be a bit too much. And all of that's allowed Una into P5. So it's So it's rolling dice from D10, El Nino, and VC Mike, followed by Una, Aparo. Fuzzle is into P7, I just noticed. After all of that, Fuzzle's in 7th. And you could probably get top 5, I reckon. Because if this front group start backing each other up and slowing each other down, then I think Fuzzle could catch them quite easy. Is he going to go for a move on Aparo? Yes, he is. Round 13. So a lot of commitment to go for one there. El Nino gets past D10. And Fuzzle does make the move on Aparo. He's got more straight line speed as well. And look at Teagues. He's a rapid in the straight line. Down the inside of both of them. Fuzzle trying to hang it round the outside. Can he make the move? He's spun! No! Fuzzle's gone round.
Oh my goodness.
At the penultimate corner, Fuzzle has gone round at the hairpin. And that has put what looked to be a great recovery drive down to P10. Honestly, he's still in the points though. So it's not all bad. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. El Nino still trying to get his way past D10, but he can't. Oh. Frosted Cheese sets the fast lap of the race on his soft tyres. He's going to try and catch his way up the field, but he won't be able to. Look how much more grip he has. Just go flying around the outside of Hart. There's contact between the two of them. Hart slightly understeering into the Ferrari driver. It's a bit messy, but Frosted Cheese does get himself ahead. And I don't think either of them have damage, but it wasn't exactly the cleanest of overtakes. I don't think Frosted Cheese did anything wrong though. From what I saw, there's a yellow flag. Someone's going slowly. That is VC Mike, who's off the track. He loses a couple of positions there and down to P8. Teagues is almost closing up to the front 4 now. Because it was a front 5 and then Mike has had whatever happened. And now with DRS, D10, is he going to be able to make the move on rolling dice? Una gets past El Nino. And can't make the move this time around. Rolling dice parks it on the apex pretty much. And D10 can't get a run on him. And rolling dice should be safe for one more lap. I don't know. I don't know if we'll see any changes then in the rest of the order. We might. I don't know. Sorry. I feel like it's a bit late for any more moves to happen. And it's certainly too late for another safety car period. D10 still on the back of rolling dice. Are we going to see a change for the lead in the dying stages? Rolling dice still out front from D10, but how much longer will that lead last? Una's on a podium position as well. I just noticed on his debut race in XLR. It's certainly one way to get onto the grid. And he seems to be quite a bit quicker than D10 at this point. Is he going to be able to make a move before too long? I need a drink after all that. And now, this is the pivotal stage of the lap. Now, this one DRS stage, this one exit, can be oh so important for everyone. And El Nino's got a better run. VC Mike's out.
VC Mike in the wall. VC Mike in the wall.
He's gone into the wall there, and El Nino is so much quicker than Una, but Una with the DRS, he's closing in on D10. He's going to go to the outside. Around the outside, go to Una on D10. Side by side into turn 14 hairpin and into 15. He can't make the move. D10 stays in second place. No change at the front then, just about. Fuzzle's still in the points in P8 somehow. Having got past Electro Saunders there. I'm amazed that Fuzzle's still in the points. Look how much of a run Una has on D10. Okay. Yeah, that's some lag then. Una going through D10. There's contact with El Nino as well. They're side by side through the snail section. And now, accelerate. D10 is right on the back of rolling dice. Una on the back of him as well. I don't think we're going to see any moves at this stage of the lap. I think we're going to have to wait until the back straight of turn 13 into 14. And now, all the way down to Aparo's caught up to this train. So the top 6 all in this one DRS train. And the leader of this train is rolling dice in the race lead. He's got the most straight line speed out of all of them. but can he last with 5 drivers behind him who all have DRS? Hudson's Wetback Flame battling it out. Hud's on the inside. Oh, Sweatback going for a switchback. And gets himself back ahead. That was horrific. Back ahead of Hart. Just ignore the voice crack. And D10 going for the move now on Rolling Dice. On the inside, he takes the lead on the penultimate lap of the race. Down into the penultimate corner as well. And D10 now leads the Chinese Grand Prix. He's just got 1 lap to go. And can he hold on? He's really out of shape in the last corner. Way too much oversteer for the McLaren driver. He's not going to lose out into turn 1, however. I think he's a bit quicker than Rolling Dice in this stage of the race. He's good a bit deep through 1 and 2, but Rolling Dice can't make any moves at this stage. So I think it's all going to come down to one last blast down the back straight to see who will gain and who will lose. Una's a bit too far back to make any moves this time around, but he is the leader of that group on the softs. Their softs are possibly a bit too old now to have that much of an advantage. I think all the tires will be fairly neutralised at this point, because the softs will have more tyre wear than the others. Let's make it going off again by those of things. And I think D10 has opened enough of a gap. It's up to 0.8 of a second now. And I don't think Rolling Dice will be able to close that all down one straight. Now on the final lap, D10, 7.5 tenths clear of Rolling Dice. Is it going to be enough down into turn 14? It should be enough. But I don't know. With DRS now, Rolling Dice, he's now got the DRS. He's going to be blasting down. He's not close enough. And neither is Una. Una under pressure from Teeks. Teeks going flying around the outside of his team, and now on Una. Can he make the move stick? No, he can't. And D10 hasn't been passed by Rolling Dice around the final corner. And now up to the line, D10 is going to come across the line to win the Chinese Grand Prix, followed by Rolling Dice, Una, Teeks, coming home P4, El Nino P5, and a Aparo P6 side by side across the line there. By the looks of things, El Nino just edging out the Ferrari. Fazel comes home P7, JZ P8, Electro Saunders P9. And Frosted Cheese comes at P10. I think I need to learn how to drive again. Sweatback Flame, Hearts, and Hearts. We are just waiting for those two. And then, and then that will be the race done.
Wow, to be honest, that was an incredibly exciting. You know, so many battles, an incredibly close finish with the late safety car. I personally really enjoyed the race, and a big congratulations to D10 Rolling Nuna getting that podium.
Is out of fuel as well.
Did Haas? Oh, Haas didn't get points.
No, he's just crawling out of fuel down the back straight. Maybe he's just crawling around the lap. He's just limping his way home. He's just limping. Yeah, that's a great debut from Luna. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. But yeah, driver of the day as well. I think that's pretty deserved. P14 to P3 on your first race. Not at all bad. Alright, D10 victorious then, followed, or that will be, I think, going down to the steward's room, followed by Rolling Dice, Una, Teeks, El Nino, Aparo, Fuzzle, Jay-Z, Electro Saunders, Frosted Cheese, Sweatback Flame, Hearts, and Penny, the last of the finishers. Then VC Mike, VC Ryan, Junior Z, Kyle, Jamie Cash, Footface, and all not finishing. And thank you everyone for watching the stream tonight. And we will see you tomorrow evening, 6 PM start, given the Grand Prix. But until then, good night.